Give Farjad a hand. Thank you. Check the air. There we go. Farjad, we just had a section done on, listen up, Carmen, Teresa. Silence. Got it. We just did a section, Farjad, on grant writing. This is art and tech class. Where we're dealing with technology in art, through art, around art, for performance ostensibly, but we came up with this idea of showing sustainable living in a controlled environment, say like an Airstream trailer parked on this P lot over here.
Right.
We've tricked it up with wind generators, solar generators. Part of our innovation is we're going to put a live 24/7 webcam in the trailer, watch my assistant behave sustainably, ecologically, and then come up with a kind of blog or diary and report, because so much of what we talked about earlier is that people might buy a hybrid car, but they go home and they leave all their lights on. That there's a behavior that needs to be put into place with living sustainably. What's your reaction to that, Farjad?
So, look at this.
Yeah, you got it. Take it.
So what we're trying to do here, this project's going to be called Walden on the P lot.
I love it.
And it's about the spectacle of sustainable living, because the situation that we have right now is that all the pseudo liberals,
pseudo liberals. I like that. Granola liberals,
right.
NIMBY liberals.
Not in my backyard.
Not in my own backyard.
So they talk about sustainability and green living, and like you said, they leave their lights on and they have their plasma.
And we're just generalizing,
right.
Of course, but it's basically, let's hit the street with theory. Let's put your behavior where your money is, and we're taking part inspiration from the Occupy Wall Street people. It's like just try and live this way. Try and put your own body and molecules through what is right in terms of narrative living. Continue.
Right. So this project is going to create a narrative around sustainable living. So, like you said, we'll have the canned ham or the trailer.
So we'll have a 24/7 webcam. We'll have a blog that he'll do. He'll live out there in the cold, little bit of cold. Jen, how's that, living in the cold in New York this time of year? It'll be cold, so we need heat. We need potty facilities. We need the generators. And we want to see if this gentleman will live the same way in a regular housing complex as he would in this camper on P lot with all this low carbon imprint.
And it's going to be like a bare bones kind of dwelling, and the solar panels and the wind generator will charge up the car batteries.
Yes.
And we can have an inverter that so he can use it to power up whatever he needs electric for.
If you're going to compare it, are you going to do it like a month beforehand and show him living in his own apartment?
That's a good idea. So we have a compare and contrast. It's like this gentleman, my assistant, actually got a fairly low rent in Brooklyn. He pays $600 a month in Brooklyn, which is cheap. I'm not going to tell you where he lives, but where he lives is month-to-month lease, and it's in a huge storage facility. So he doesn't have windows. It's discreet living. The bathroom's in the hall, but that's an excellent idea. How he lives right now is a pretty low carbon footprint anyway.
So this kind of the lifestyle in the canned ham, in a parking lot, it's not going to be too much of a change for him because he's in a storage area right now.
He's in a storage area right now. So, but I like that, to ask for grant funding to do a month documentary film study of his living now, and then his living for a month on the P lot. Who would like to live on the P lot? Teresa's nodding her head. Yeah, man, that would be cool. What if we propose it's like even like Burning Man, we round up about 20 trailers out there. If we get enough money, who would like to live out there now?
Well,
Like a trailer park. Who said that? Ryan did. Matt, what could we do to make this I like this thing about the compare his life now, then. What could we do to make this already, in terms of narrative, sexier or more appealing? Could we, gang, could we actually brainstorm? Could we ask to put it right in the middle in front of Stoller?
Are you going to get someone that's willing to do that?
I got my assistant will do anything, man. It's like good assistant. It's not him I worry about. It's the campus. But wrap your head around that. Leon, middle of campus, Stoller. Listen up, gang. Stoller Center, Leon.
Here we go. We make it a competition. We get like 3 out there and see who can last the longest.
I like this. So it becomes like a reality show. Now we're thinking. I like that, Matt. Steve.
Cameras at different angles.
And guys, this is not a science project. It's a art and performance project, right? We'll call it something like the lowest carbon footprint, right? Our blue screen's doing something. Give us a hand here with a blue screen. Savio, lowest carbon footprint. Is that a credible thing? Show?
It would be interesting, but just to watch how they react and how they change to the new trailer of life. But if you just say carbon.
Now you're thinking, Matt. I love that idea. Why 3?
Because
triangles. People
I
love
think
triangles.
A great deal of difficulty finding people to do this. Show your assistant.
I don't think I find difficulty finding people. I think it's getting the authority.
Volunteer to do this.
Well, if it was a reality TV show, like you win money at the end.
Well, money.
Yeah, why don't we?
Well, it's a reality TV
But
show.
Matt, why don't we? I mean, keep your head. Puneet, weigh in on this.
Well, I guess if there was a definite reward, I can see that,
This is it, gang. It's Adam Smith. We have to reward these people with a carrot for doing something that's crazy, but it's not crazy. This planet needs sustainable living. I like what Paul said. We look at his life before and after. Everyone's already nixing the idea that you get anyone crazy enough, 3 people, to live in the middle of the campus in these trailers, taking a poo-poo break while people are walking by, living, loving, learning, everything in this trailer. Eating, making love, living, doing their homework, doing their work, working online, stuff like this. Why does everyone shake their head? Savio.
It's a very odd idea to be right in the middle of Stoller to do this.
But Ryan just said, I agree with Ryan and Matt, make it a competition. Dangle the carrot. Said, okay, the winner will get
Free tuition
for a semester.
for the rest of their time in Stony Brook.
You got a lot
That's
of friends.
big. I think, Matt, we have more trouble with the bureaucrats than anyone willing to do this. It's not, see, our precept, Charlie, weigh in on this.
I don't know. If you gave like free tuition, I think you'd have everybody like, jumping in.
Then we'd have a trailer park of 20 trailers.
With 15 freshmen in each one of them.
Not a bad idea, but their only task is to utterly live sustainably and keep a diary of that.
Challenges and like physical challenges and mental challenges.
Yeah, you gotta make it
yeah,
exciting.
but this is like
What's the reality?
How do we do to keep it exciting?
Like
It's gonna become
certain
Survivor
tasks,
Stony Brook.
like
Yeah.
if someone screws up and like cheats, they get kicked out.
They get voted off. So now
you get voted off.
you guys have created a reality TV situation.
You can host it and be funny.
Hold on, wait. I think we just created probably the weirdest. I don't think the weirdest.
We're at Stony Brook.
Just
You
Survivor.
kind of
Get off the lot.
We could have a
kind
Stony
of
Brook
gone
Survivor.
off the kind of gone off the wagon of making this legitimate and actually about sustainable living.
listen up.
And kind of created it into a punchline. So
Yeah, we've gone from Thoreau's Walden to Survivor, right? But but what is so wrong with that? You guys can wrap your heads around that.
Make something out of like Lord of the Flies and Survivor, but still.
That's to get people to pay attention to it. Yeah.
I think if you had like a legitimate, feasible reward, you could make a few people try to, aim for sustainable living.
Puneet, just to close up here, is this the only hype we can do in this modern age that would make someone start to think living sustainably?
You have to have some kind of benefit to do anything. Yeah.
Well, Thoreau wrote Walden. He protested paying taxes for the Mexican War. He was thrown in jail. He said, I need to live simply. People debate whether he did live simply or not. But we go from this great American tradition to this. Are we destined to do it this way, Puneet? Then back to Farjad.
I'm sure we can come up with more ideas.
Is this the best carrot we can offer anyone, Farjad?
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about matching it up and really thinking outside the box, and this something crazy like this, just really out there, totally new, totally exciting. I think that there's a lot of potential, and people would be interested.
Well, I dare anyone, listen up, and then we'll finish. Dare anyone on YouTube, let's work this up as a proposal not only to these funding agencies, but to the campus, and let's actually fire this out and record and see the reaction.
Right.
And that's it. So give Farjad a big hand. Occupy. See you then.